Okay, you can use any notebook or you can write the note in the system. In the text file, you can write it. Developer guide, I created one text file. In this developer guide file, they will be making the note. So let us see. Yesterday we have a discussion on subject part, like how and what we are going to learn, what and all content is going to come in between. This one was the design. Next, we have to work on HTML part first. Come to your developer guide or make a note. HTML, even you have seen some theories from internet, but let's make some more thing. Make a note of some more lines. Okay, so we'll write here HTML called hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. What we have inside HTML, what we are going to study, you can write it has collections of predefined tags. Okay, it has a collections of predefined tags. What you will do of the tags that used to create basic structure of, or you can write that used to display display basic structure of web page. That used to create the basic structure of web page. Using HTML, you are going to create the basic structure of web page. Now, when we say we are going to use the HTML, so what is inside the HTML? What is the core concept? So the core concept of HTML, it has a lot of tags. It has a lot of tags. Using that tag, you are going to create a web page. Using the tag, we are going to create the web page. We wrote it has collections of predefined tags that used to display the, that used to not display, that used to create basic structure of web page. Now, what this HTML tags are going to do? So it says like it is going to help us to create a basic structure of web page. Then using the web page, what benefit is going to happen to us? We can write here HTML tags, even HTML tags, not even only HTML tags, used to display information in browser. Using HTML tag, whichever the HTML tags we have, using that you are going to display some kind of information in the browser. Some tag we have that will structure the page, and some tag we have that is going to display the information to browser. Right? Now we can write again another line. HTML tags only we have. Tags used to collect information from user. So when you are creating a web page, basic structure without input and output, just basic structure where HTML tag is going to come. Now in that basic structure, you want to display some information. That information can be image, can be text, can be number, can be audio, can be video, right? Can be animation. So those all the information you are going to display to user using HTML tags only. Again, next matter will come. We want to collect some information from user input, user details, then what to do. Then at that point also, HTML tag is going to come and it will help you to collect the information from user. So while displaying the information, also HTML tag. While collecting the information, also HTML tag. While designing the basic structure of page, then also HTML tag, right? So your browser is designed in such a way that will understand the HTML, and HTML have now tags that is going to represent your information and it is going to collect the information. Now, when you look into the HTML tags, several multi types of different type of tags we have of different behavior. Then how you can split it? How you can say, yes, how many type of HTML tags we have? Like suppose 500 tags are there. Assume these 500 tags, how many category you can divide so that your programming will be easy. And while write the code, different languages code once you write, you should handle the HTML in a smooth manner. So for that purpose, you can write here or type of HTML tags. How many types we have? Okay, how many type of tag we have? So we can write the first point, call the input tag. Input tags. Another one we have called a output tag. Output tag. Then you will ask, how can you say input tag and output tag only? Why not something else? You can just compare in your day-to-day life. When you open the Facebook, what you do? You post some information. You post the photo, you comment for someone, right? So whatever you are doing as the input, whatever you are posting, what you are writing as a comment, that all become as a input. Now suppose your friend has posted a photo, that photo will become output for you. Again, you will post the photo, it's become input for you, and your photo will display to your friend network, that will become an output for them. Come to the Gmail. When you open the Gmail, go inside, you will see lot of inbox, lot of messages will come, email will come, right? So when you are writing an email, that time you will enter to whom you want to send, what will be the subject line, what is the body contents, you will attach some file also. So when you are sending the email to someone, right, that time you are going to enter many things, you are going to input many things, right? So while writing the email, you are going to do the input. That happen via the input tags. Different type of input tags we have. Via that, you will give it information. Next, once you send the email to your friend or anyone, right? Email will deliver to him. He will log in and he will see the when you have written the email, it was the input for you. And when the email will go to someone, he will read the email. That time it will become output for him. Correct? Again, maybe he will reply to your email. Then he has to write something. That becomes the input. Correct? Not only this much, go to the Flipkart. When you come to the Flipkart, when we see the list of the products, different categories of the product, photos, their price, their description, and many more things, comments of the user. Correct? So when we go to the Flipkart and when we look into the product, that all are output for us. That all are the as a output for us. Now question is where that product photo will come, where the description will come, where price and all will come. Definitely someone has to input it. So vendor, the supplier who sell the product, they will have an application, they will log in, and after that they will add the new product, they will write the description, they will upload the photo, they will write the price details, offer details, everything. Correct? They will write which bank, how much discount, which bank, what is the offer, what are the location they can deliver. right? So those you can say input will happen by supplier. And when the customer will come to the Flipkart, they will see the product for the customer become as a output. So overall, whichever the activity you have seen till date, go to the Twitter. When suppose someone will message, tweet something, it's become the output. Input. When the message will come to you, it's become the output for you. You will write the comment for that. That becomes the input. Comment will display to everyone. That becomes the output. Everywhere, any web application, wherever you have seen till date or you are going to see, you will go through the two steps. One is the input, another one is the output. Okay. For example, if I open any website here, for example, if I open a website here and I go to the any website, maybe our website here, when I come fast. Suppose this website is open. This website is open. In this website, you can see this all are become as output. This photo become as output. This become as output. This icon and all become as output. So this part is output. You can see this is the text only, but this is the big font size. This is a small font size. In that also somewhere you can see the hyperlink is there. Correct. This is also text, but the formatting is different. This is also text only, but formatting is different, right? This all are the output. But in the same page, you can see there is a place where we can enter some value. 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 So this becomes a input. Again, when we go here, we can type something. We can search here something. Correct. So this becomes a input. And once we click on this, it will go to the next page. That becomes an output. So everywhere. So this is asking the input is asking here, right? So this becomes an input, what we are entering. And when we, right? So this becomes an input. So overall, whichever the website we go through, whether a small or large, everywhere we can pass through the two type of tag. One is called input category tag, another one is called a output category tag. So you can write here, one we have the input tag, another where we have called output tag. Using input tag, what you do, you can write the one single line definition. Okay. It used to ask input from user. It used to ask the input from user. Second one we have called output tag. It used to display information to user. It used to display information to user. One tag, one set of tag is going to help you to take the input. Another set of tag is going to help you to display the output. Yes, type of input tag is different, and even the type of output tag is also different. All the input tag is not similar, and all the output tag is not similar. There, even inside also we have difference. Come down. Next, after that, when you look into the input tag and when you look into the output tag, there is a lot of tags, correct? Out of this, all the tags, now once you start using, you will find their behavior is also different. All the tags behavior is not same. All the tag behavior are different. Some tags behavior will be same and some tags behavior will be different. So you will write here the next point. Okay, this is the completely bottom line of your HTML. You can write called the behavior of HTML tags. The behavior of HTML tags. What will be the behavior of HTML tag? Right? All behavior are same or it's a different. Behavior spelling is different in HTML. It's keyword. You can write BHAVIOR. Next point number third, you write. Okay. The first behavior is called as a dependent tag. DEPENDENT. Dependent tag. Dependent tag. What is this dependent tag? Write first one line example, then we'll write the definition. You might have gone through some tutorial on internet, or you may have seen a lot of videos from internet, or maybe you follow the W3, or maybe you follow some other people from the YouTube who have given a lot of videos. Now in that you might have seen mostly some tags like this. You can see HTML tag open and HTML tag close also. Okay. You might have seen something like this, body tag open and body tag even close also. Okay, right? Even suppose these all are the predefined tag. Assume you have not seen, you have not written still any line. Assume a tag open ABC like this and the same tag ABC get closed like this. ABC, ABC, something like this. Then you will ask, one place you are writing with slash, another place you write without slash. What is that? You can write here in beginning only, or maybe at this place you can write. When we come to the tags line, TAGS, tags line, it's like this. It's like this. When you keep with slash, it's called a closed tag. But when you keep without slash, it's called a open tag. It's called a open tag. And when you keep with slash, it is called a closed tag. Right? Without slash is called a starting, and with the slash is called a ending. One place tag start without slash, another place tag start with close with end with the slash. Now, when I look into the point number third, it says like dependent tag. Dependent tag, what it says? Dependent tag says like the tag has to open without slash and tag has to close with a slash. It can be predefined or it can be user defined. If the tag is open separate and close separate, then it is called a dependent tag. Now, same thing you can write here. Same thing you can write here. All those tags, not only one tag, there is a lot of tag in HTML. So those tags that has separate open and separate close. Separate, the tag has to open separate and tag has to close separate. That tag is going to call a dependent tag. Even we can create our own tag also according to XML rule. We can create our own tag also according to XML rule. So hope you are making the note somewhere. Right? So we got, yes, tags will look like this with slash and without slash. With slash it's called a open. Sorry, with slash is called a close, and without slash is called a open. Then when we look into that, then we come to know, okay, there is a rule called dependent tag. How that look, those tag, how it will look. Then it says like, yes, if the tag is open, separate and closing is separate, then in that case, we can call this tag as a dependent tag. And we must have to follow while creating the page. If the tag is dependent, you should open also, as well as you should close also. Come to the fourth point. Because these and all are you are going to write in HTML. When you are writing the HTML example, you have to write the tags. But when you are writing the tags, you don't know the rule regulation of tags. That time you will feel surprised why I am writing like this. Now you wrote one rule, yes, if the tag is open and closed, it's called a dependent. While creating example, your question will come in mind, yes, why I open separate and why I am closing. Then in mind answer will come, oh, it is the rule of the HTML and it's come from the dependent tag. If the tag is open separate, close separate, it's called a dependent. Next you can write called independent tag. INDEPENDENT tag. Independent tag. What this tag is and how that look, we can write here. Example, Example, suppose we write a tag like this, BR, and put the slash in the last. Here you can see in the dependent tag, slash you are keeping in the beginning while closing. Because it represents complete close. It represents complete close, saying like, yes, the tag is ended here. In the case of independent tag, it is not like complete separate open, separate close. It's saying like open and close together. Open and close together. It is of two types. One is like this. Suppose BR we open, HR also we open, right? IMG tag. These all are the tag of your HTML. If you are writing like this, your HTML will work, CSS will work, Bootstrap will work, JavaScript will work, jQuery will work, some other programming language will work, but Angular and React will not work. According to the rule of Angular, this is wrong. Your tag is open, but there is no closing. So Angular will say the error, template parsing error, React will say JSX mismatch. Correct? So I'm not saying this is wrong method. This is also right only, but technology is specific. It will get fail in few technology. Then what is the best solution for that? Best solution is that you have to make it self-closing. You have to make it as a self-closing. Self-closing. How to make self-closing? The tag will be remain same. Tag will be remain same. You have to apply the slash at end. You have to keep the slash at end. You can see both is valid, but first is valid for a few technology and second is valid for all the technology. So you can say which method is the best to follow. Yes, follow the independent only, but including the rule of self-closing. If you follow this method, few technology will get fail. If you follow this technology, this method, all the technology will work, right? So independent tag we will use, but we will use like the self-closing tag. So tag will open and close together. Now when the compiler will read this line, compiler will understand, yes, tag is open. And as soon as they will find the slash in the last, they'll find, oh, it's called self-closing tag. Open and close together. Now I will write here below. This is the valid method. Valid method. This one, what you are writing? Valid for a specific technology. A specific technology. Okay. This is the valid method for all technology. All technologies. Then you can write below in the note, what is that? Those tags that you saw here, those tags that has separate, that has open and close together, that has open and close together. Those tags that has open and close together, right? Suppose you are not aware of dependent rule and you are not aware of independent rule, and you are not aware of these two rules, and directly someone started writing the tag where somewhere they open the tag, close the tag, somewhere they just directly open like this, and somewhere they open and they put the slash in the last. You will have three questions at this point. Why we are writing like this? This is also tag why we are writing like this, and this is also tag why we are writing like this. Now question will be there now also, but you got the answer, yes. This is called a dependent tag as per the rule of HTML. This is called independent tag, but it is valid for a specific technology. It will not work in all. This is also called independent tag only, but it is called a self-closing, open and close together. It is the valid for all the technology. Then we can say, what is the dependent tag? Those tags that open and close. What is the independent tag? Those tags that open and close together. It has not separate closing, right? That is the fourth point written. Now, fifth point you have related to a responsive web page. Point number 4 and 5 you have written. It is related to browser dependency. Like suppose a developer develop the page and his page is working in few browser. His page is not working in all the browser. Mozilla is working, Chrome is working, but it's not working in IE. It is working, but page is going here, right? Some functionality is not getting applied. What can be the reason? So many problems come from the HTML tags also. When we write the HTML tags, and we will not write the code according to a standard, functionality will be browser dependent. It will work in few browser, it will not work in all the browser. So point number 3 you have written and point number 4 you have written. It is just for the browser dependency. Your page should not become a browser dependent. If you want to make your page is a browser independent, then you must have to remember the rule number 3 and rule number 4. If you are not following these two rules, then your page may be browser dependent. It will work in some browser, it may not work in all. Now point number 5 and point number 6 is going to teach you how to make a responsive page. While creating a responsive page, point number 6 rule and point number 7 rules is going to come in picture. Because same user will open the website in mobile phone and same user will open the website in laptop. Now the website should fit in the mobile and same website should fit in the laptop. Then for that, what to do? What rule regulation we need to follow? Okay, so for that we have the rule called block label tag. One is called block label tag. It is the type of tag. You can say behavior. Block label tag. And another one you have sixth point that is called a inline tag. Block label tag as well as inline tag. Block label tag as well as inline tag. Now block label tag, what is that? How it works? Inline tag, what is that and how it works? Okay. So let us see on internet first in some website, understand their content and see how it is going to come in different web browser, in different you can say window size, how the content appear, and then we can write the definition here. Okay. One is called dependent, another not dependent, block and inline. Okay. Next, after this, I will open website and we'll see in the website what is and how it is, and then we'll come to the discussion part. Okay. Now suppose this website is open. In this website, lot of texts are there, lot of photos here, there, it's organized. We want to understand 2 point. Block level tag meaning is what? And inline tag meaning is what? Okay? Block level tag and inline tag. Now when I open this page in the laptop, my screen size is big size, right? And after that you can see this part leave, this part also leave, come to the bottom section. You can see in one line 6 types of different icon is organized, and these 6 icons are coming in one line. Correct? These 6 icons are coming in one line. It is easy to read. Icon size is also okay. We can understand, yes, what is this icon and what is the content is written. In the laptop I'm talking. Now the same page, suppose a person will open in mobile phone, then how it should be? All the 6 icons should be in the same line, or it should go to the new line. If it appear in the same line, then how complexity, what complexity will come? Understand first, when your content are coming in the same line, it is called as inline behavior. 6 photos are there, icon, all are coming in one line. We can say it's called as inline. When I come down below, one more block is there, an input block. In that 4 sections is organized. You can see all 4 sections are fitting in one line. That is called as inline. The behavior of these tags are inline. But when we go to the mobile phone size and when we open in very small size, something like this, you can see. Now I resize the window. I assume like, yes, this becomes a mobile phone size, a small window. In that you see the 6th line, the 6th photo was coming in the same line. Now all the 6 icons shifted to the new line. You can see all are shifted to the new line. So when it was coming in one line, it is called a inline behavior. But now it is shifted to the new line. All are printing in the new line. Then it is called a block level behavior. Okay. When the tag is printing in the new line, it's called block level. When the tag will print in the same line, it's called the inline. Now look down again. The 4 sets we have seen, you can see all 4 blocks was coming in the same line, but now you can see this same blocks shifted to a new line. So what is that? How it is happening? Right? We have not done anything, just we resize the window and content got rearranged in the new line. That's called a block level and inline. CSS is playing the role inside. If the device size is big size, CSS has made this 4 block as a inline, and if the device size is a small, then CSS had made this 4 block as a block. Go to the new line, shift in the new line. Finally, what is the meaning of block level tag? What is their behavior? So block level tags are those tags that print in a new line. It will not print in the same line. But inline tags are those tags that always try to print in the same line. Correct? So we can write here one line, those tags that print a statement, in new line, that print the statement in new line by default, that print the statement in the new line by default. Another one is called a inline tags. Those tags that print the statement in same line. That print the statement in same line by default. That print the statement in the same line by default. So this 6 rule regulation what we have written, it is a very, you can say, important point for the HTML people who is going to write the code. Okay, because while writing the code, you are going to write the tags, you will see the output, you have to change from block to inline to block according to need. So in that case, their internal structure understanding is required. Okay, so we wrote now block level tag as well as inline tag. Come next. You will write inside the note when we are writing a responsive page, how this block and inline is going to play the role. In a responsive web page, block level tag, we will convert into inline. When you are creating a responsive web page, block level tag you have to convert into inline tag, and again inline tag you need to convert inline tag, we need to convert into block level tag. Then only the content will fit in all the device. Mobile phone screen size will be small. In that, multiple photo you cannot display in one line. If you display in one line, photo will become compressed. User will not understand this photo is for what purpose. They have to zoom out to see the photo. Okay, so in mobile phone, all the photos should go to the new line. So that space will be more, they can understand, oh, this is the particular photo. And in laptop, screen size will be bigger. So in that, photo should not go to the new line, it should come in the same line and fit according to given height and width, because the screen size is bigger. So there, how you will manage it, what technique you have inside. So you have a technique that is called convert the block level tag to inline and inline tag to block according to a screen size using the CSS. Okay, using CSS, right? And that is called a responsive page. Block level tag you have to convert into inline, and inline tag you have to convert into block using CSS, and that will be called a responsive web page design. Now, what you have written, you need to count on finger, and after that we'll create one example. The first you have written, like a person is going to learn the HTML, he has to understand few points. What is that? Using HTML, you can create a basic web page. While creating the basic web page, you have to create the structure, and inside the structure, you have to display some information to user, and you have to collect some information from user. So a structure also you can create through the HTML tags. And if you want to display some information to user, that also will happen through HTML tag. And you want to collect some information from user, that also happen through HTML tags only. Right? So overall, HTML tag is going to help you for the following things: to create a structure, plus to display the information to user, and to collect the information from user. Next, after that, when you look into the tags, you found two types. One is called input, another one is called output. Using input tag, you are going to collect the information from user, and using output tag, you are going to display the information to user. Then how the tag will look like? Then you can say if the tag is following only without slash, then you can say it's called a starting. But if you are writing the tag with slash, then it is called a closing. It's called a ending. But when you look into the details about the tag, you found that different type of behavior. In that first behavior, you found tag will be open separate and tag will be closed separate. If that is the structure, then it is called a dependent tag. When you look into some other tag, you found it is only open, closing is not there. If it is only open, then some browser will get confused. Some browser engine will be confused. Arey yaar, it's open here, but where is the closing? Right? In that case, it will break the rule of few technology and it will give you the error. Then in that case, we have another rule regulation that is called self-closing tag. We have to open the tag and we have to close together, where slash will come in the last. That's called a self-closing tag. It will work in all the technologies. We have written below those tags that has open and close together. Then after that, this point number 4 and 5, where it is going to help? It is going to help you while creating a page, browser independent. It should not be specific on a browser. It should work in all the browser. You need to follow the rule number 3 and 4. Point number 5 and 6, what it says? It says like, yes, nowadays 80% plus user will open the page in the mobile phone, and some user will open the page in the laptop also. Now when the user will open the page in the mobile phone, your page is suitable for mobile phone or not. Then HTML says like, no problem, you follow a certain rule, your page will be responsive in all the devices. What is that? HTML says, I have some tag, it's called a block level tag. That tag will print always in the new line. It will not come in the same line. And we have some tag that's called an inline tag. It always print in the same line. It will not go to the new line. Now we can utilize this both the tags. And we can make, if the device size, if a screen size is smaller, then we can make the tag as a block level tag. All the information will print in the new line. But if the device size is bigger, screen size is large, then we can make the tag as an inline so that few tags will keep in the same line. Structure will look better. Same thing you have written below. Block level tags are those tags that print the statement in the new line by default. Inline tags are those tags that print the statement in the same line by default. But our business requirement will say, you have to keep change according to need. If the device is small, you have to display the content in different way. If the device is large, you have to display the content in different way. Then no problem. Then the term will come to fulfill that requirement. The term will come as a responsive web page. Using responsive web page, what we'll do? We will take the help from the CSS, and if required, block level tag we can convert into inline using CSS, and again if required, inline tag we can convert into block. So it will follow their rule also, and it will follow the rule of the responsive design also. And that will come from where? CSS, right? So hope this 6 points is clear for you. Right? You can let me know in the chat. I have messaged you something. Check once. I'll come back and take some water. Okay, go next. Now, then I have written just as a text, right? I wrote it inside the file as a normal text as a theory. How we can believe, yes, this all 6 points are valid, correct? How we can believe that 6 all points what we are written is valid. Then for that purpose, I will be creating one example, right? I will be creating one example, and in that example, one example, few tags, 5-6 tags will write, and that 5-6 tags clearly it will explain you, yes, what we have written, those all are really valid points. Okay, what we have written, those all are really valid points. So I will create one example, just you can have a look. And after that, we can write some rule regulation for that. Creating the directly one complex page in first class is not in the favor of you, not in the favor of me, not in the favor of anyone. Yes, HTML tag is there, but who is going to write? You are going to write. When you are going to write, how can you write? What you will write? Where you will write? Those all are the valid questions. So for that, their internal points are important to understand. Now, based on this rule, if you open any website and go to the view source, suppose this website is open, Info Campus. I'll go here, right click and view page source. Now in this page source, you can see here, let's come little down, right? Okay. You can see everywhere. Okay. You can see one UL tag is open here. Hope is visible, and UL tag is closed here. That's called a dependent tag. Before that, one div tag is open and div tag is closed. That is also called dependent tag. Anywhere, look at the page. Continuous div tag is open, UL tag is open, div tag, UL tag is closed. Continuous everywhere, right? You can see everywhere. Li tag is open and it's closed in the last. Everywhere. Okay. So this, like any page, you open any one website and go to the view source, 100% sure you will find inside all the tags based on this rule regulation. What rule regulation is written 6 lines? It is complete, you can say, filtered point of your HTML. Complete filtered point of your HTML. Now let me create one file and then we'll see the point and we'll come back. Before writing the file, I will be creating one HTML file, correct? An HTML file I will run in the browser. So when we are going to create a HTML file, we have to give some extension, right? You can write one line in your developer guide saying as a what are valid extension for HTML document? What are valid file extension for HTML tags? What are valid file extension for HTML tags? When we are going to create HTML file, what are the extension we can give file extension? So we can say one is called .html and second one is called .htm. L is optional. .htm. L is optional. So when we are going to create a file, our file extension must be .html or .htm. Then you will say these two extension are there. In that, which one is the valid extension? Which one is the best extension? Right? So you can write this is SEO friendly. The first method what you have written SEO friendly. That meaning it is good for the digital marketing. Best for digital marketing. Best for digital marketing. Like when you are creating a web page and you want your page should come in Google search quickly, right? Your file should be HTML extension. .htm will also work, but first one is the best option. So I will be creating a file where my file extension will be also .html. Okay. So from now onwards, when you create the file, your file will be .html. I'll create a file test.html to understand these 6 points. Test.html to understand these 6 points. Right? You can just see my example. After this, anyhow, everyone have to write, but test example just to see once. Okay. I am creating a file. Test.html. Test.html. Okay. Every HTML file, when I gone through this website, you can see here in the beginning, one point is written for doc type. Even if you follow some editor, in that also doc type will come. Even we will use the doc type, but not now from the HTML5 onwards. Once we write the HTML5, then we use the doc type. Now I will start directly from the HTML. We'll discuss on this also, what is the structure of HTML document, but this understand this to this example is to make that 6 points to clear. Yes, this is the valid points. HTML tag is open and close. We have seen today multiple times I have spoken saying like if the tag is open and close, it's called a dependent tag. So HTML is open and close, it's called a dependent tag. Then you will ask, why not we are starting with something else? Why not we are starting from the ABC? Why not we are starting some hello tag? Why only from HTML? The reason is only one. When you are writing in this file in the first line, HTML tag, as soon as you run this page in the browser, your browser engine will look into this document. After looking into the document, at first line, you are informing to the browser engine saying like HTML. That represent you are introducing this file to the browser saying like browser in this file, the content is belong to HTML. Browser in this file, the content belong to where? HTML. Browser will be ready to read your content in the form of HTML. The page execution time will be taking very less time. Because you have informed in the first line itself, dear browser, this content belong to where? HTML. So browser will understand, oh, HTML. Browser will change the way of parsing in HTML mode and execution will be fast. You may ask, in case I am not writing HTML, what will happen? No problem, your page will work. But browser have to spend little extra time to understand what is this content. Maybe 1 millisecond, 2 millisecond. It will take maybe 10 millisecond, maybe half second it will take to understand the content of your file. Page execution will be slow, user experience will be bad. If anyone asks from today onwards, why we start HTML file from the HTML tag only, why not something else? You will answer, at first line, I introduced to the browser saying like, the content of this file belong to HTML. So browser will be ready to execute the HTML code and execution will be fast and page loading will be fast. User experience will be better. Okay. For that purpose, we wrote which line? HTML start and HTML end. Now HTML start to end is called as a document and this document will break into two parts. One is called head and one more is called as a body. Head and body. Okay. Head and body. So HTML document get split into two parts. One is called head, another one is called as a body. Both are dependent tag. Head is also dependent and body is also dependent. Open and close. Now coming inside, what is the use of head? We are going to discuss. What we are going to do inside body, we are going to see. Okay. Now inside the body tag, I will write two tags. H1. Welcome to HTML. One line. Again, I'll write H1 again. H1 I'll write again. HTML is common for all. HTML is common for all. Now look into this file. Wherever the tags are open and closed, it's called as a dependent. Our first rule, not first rule, you can say, inside our rule regulation, one point we have, if the tag is open and closed, is called as a dependent. That is valid. You can see tag is open and closed, called as a dependent. H1 is also open and closed. H1 is also open and closed, called as a dependent. One point is clear, yes. We found some tag open and close, called as a dependent. Now when I will run this file in the browser, then you will come to know H1 tag is a block level tag or H1 tag is inline tag. Let me run this file. You can see, welcome to HTML is printing in one line. Still there is a huge space in the same line. But second H1 is unable to fit here. It is printing in the next line. Correct? We have written today, if the tag is open and closed, it's called a dependent. That happened here. Even we have written, if the tag will print in the new line, it's called a block level. You can see here, 2 times H1 I have written. When I go to the browser, both are printing in the new line, not in the same line. It's not coming side by side. It is going one after other. We have written here, developer guide. Right? You can see one is called dependent tag. Yes, it is proved. Another one is called a block level tag. Those tags that print the statement in the new line. That is also happen here. So printing in the new line. Right? Next point was input and output. Input tag and output tag. Now you can see this is not an input. It is just an output. It is displaying the message to user saying like welcome to HTML. HTML is common for all. It is just an output. You are not able to enter your name here. You cannot type your email ID. You cannot type your mobile number. Correct? It is called as an output tag. That is also clear. We have written here. We have input tag as well as output tag. So this is called as an output tag. Now let's see some more points are pending. Let's complete that. Write the next. Some tag that will prove yes, it is called as a inline tag. Let me write here a tag called label. I'm writing in this file randomly few tags to understand the what points we are written. Label. Okay. Label says like I'll write here one call as a this is label one. What is the use of label one? That is the next point to discuss. I'll write the second one label 2. 2. This is also a label. Let me write some more tags. A B tag. This is B tag. Let me write one more tag. I tag. This is I tag. Now after that, I wrote some certain tags. Common thing what you can see, HTML is open close as a dependent tag. Head is open close, dependent tag. Body is open close, dependent tag. H1 is open close, dependent tag. Both the label is open and close, dependent tag. B tag is open close, dependent tag. I tag is open close, dependent tag. So all the tags are dependent in this. All the tags are dependent. Once we run the page, then in browser will come to know particular is block level and particular is inline. Inline theory, hope you remember. Inline tag says if your tag will print in the same line, it's called an inline tag. Now let me run it. You can see this is label 1, this is label 2, this is B tag, and this is I tag. So what is happening? All are printing in the same line. Then it is called as a inline. This both the H1 was printing in the new line. It's called as a block level tag. But label, bold, italic, all are printing in the same line. It's called as a inline tag. Correct? So how many point is clear? This all are called as a number 1 as a output tag. 1 point. Number 2, these two are printing in the new line. It's called as a block level tag. This is printing in the same line, multiple tag. It's called as a inline tag. Correct? After that, when you look into the code, you come to know, yes, open and close is called as a dependent tag. Correct? Next, after that, let me write some more thing, then we'll come to you. Let me write here, enter name. I'll create one more tag, input type equal to text. Input type equal to text. And I will just skip the slash in the last. You have seen in the today discussion in the beginning only. Okay. Output tag. Now I have written this input type equal to text and I kept the slash in the last. You have seen today, you have written today, if the tag is open and closed together, if the tag is open and closed together, you can see open and slash in the last. It's called the independent tag. Let me write one more. Enter your mobile number. So this is the input type equal to number now. Both are for input purpose only, but type is different. One is the text, another one is number. And you can see there is no separate closing. It is open and close together. Now let me save it. So when open and close together, look at your developer guide. What it says? It says like those tags that open and close together, either you can call it a self-closing or you can call it a independent. So we have input tag, it's closing in the last, it's called a self-closing tag. Now let us run it. After running, you will come to know it is printing in the same line or new line. You can see. When I come to the right, you can see all are printing in the same line. So what we can say? This all becomes a output tag. Whereas two are printing in the new line, becomes a block level. This all are printing in the same line, becomes a inline. But this is called the input tag. 6 points were there. All the 6 points are proved using these few tags, right? Next matter is to understand and remember, but that is not very difficult task. After creating 2-3 example, automatically you will remember. Okay. Right? You saw tag is open and close. This is for the input purpose. This is all are for the output purpose. In output also it is the new line or same line. Right? So all the 6 points are clear. Now let me come to the developer guide and right here. What is the first line? Hope you will remember. We have the first point that is called input tag. What is the second point? That is called output tag. Correct? What is the third point? Third point is called dependent tag. Fourth point is what? Independent tag. Independent tag. Right? What is the fifth point? Fifth point is block level. Block level tag. And what is the sixth point? Inline tag. Correct? This much only, no? And hope this all six you remember. Input tag to ask the input from user. Output tag to display the user output to user. Dependent tag open and close. Independent tag only open. Block level tag in the new line. Inline tag same line. Now I'll write here again few short line of answer. For what purpose? For you can write here to ask input from user. We use the input tag. Output tag why we use? To ask to display output to user. Correct? Dependent tag is what? Those tags that is open and close. Correct? Independent tag is what? Those tags that is only open. Block level tag is what? Those tags that print in new line. Inline tag is what? Those tags that print in same line. Right? Hope this all you remember and you will that print. Okay, those tag, to ask the input, we use the input tag. To display the output, we use the output tag. Dependent tag, those tags, that is open and close. Independent tag, those tags, that is only open. Block level tag, those tags that print in the new line. Inline tag, those tags that print in the same line. Correct? Hope you will remember this one till tomorrow. From tomorrow, everyone will create the example along with me. I will guide you how to create the folder, how to create the file, how to save the file, how to run the file, and where to run the file. Okay, and how to write the code step by step. You will follow me for a few days. You will copy me indirectly. I will write also, you will write also. After few classes, automatically you will write few lines. After few class again, automatically you will write more lines. After few classes, I will give you some homework. Correct? Based on the classes, I will not help in your home. You will be able to write the code. After few days, I'll give you a lot of homework. You will start doing. After few days, I will design a photo. You will do that. After few days, I will explain you. You will listen and you will do that. That way, that knowledge get transferred. It's not like in one day copy and paste. Okay. So with patience, keep attending. See you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Right, same time. That's what I told you yesterday also. In case 1 to 3 minutes late happen in starting the session, you should wait. Because someday when I connect the internet, it will not connect. After 2 minutes, it will connect. Some days maybe I will reach 2 minutes before also. Some day maybe 2 minutes late also happen. So in case late happen in starting, you can wait for 2 for 5 minutes. Will be starting zero. Okay. Video is recorded. We will be sharing you, but